The moment it happened, everything around me seemed to freeze. The warm summer air, the soft rustling of leaves, even the distant chirping of birds. It all just stopped. Because right then, as I stood at the old wooden gate in front of my house, a girl leaned in, pressed a quick kiss on my cheek, and walked away smiling. And standing a few steps behind her was my neighbor. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't even blinking. Her eyes were wide, stunned, the kind of look someone has when they just watch the ground vanish under their feet. And in that instant, I knew nothing about this moment was simple. It felt like my heart was being pulled in two directions, toward the truth I never said aloud, and toward the misunderstanding unfolding right in front of me. Before the story goes deeper, if you believe in kindness, forgiveness, and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps stories like this reach more hearts. Everything had started weeks before that moment, long before jealousy or confusion ever brushed the surface of our quiet neighborhood. I had just moved into the old wooden house my grandfather left behind. The place felt timeless, weathered planks, creaking steps, a porch that smelled like rain and memories. And next door lived the girl who would soon become the center of everything I felt but didn't know how to say she was the kind of person who made the world feel a little softer just by walking into it. She always greeted me with a gentle smile, sometimes waving from her garden, sometimes offering me apples she claimed were too many for one person, even though her basket was never more than half full. At first I thought it was just friendliness, but slowly the small things began to add up. The way she lingered when she talked to me, the way her smile changed when she saw me laugh, the way her eyes seemed to search my face as if looking for something unspoken. I noticed everything, yet said nothing. I was afraid to. Misread her kindness, afraid to risk ruining something that was already beautiful just as it was. Then came the day that changed everything. A family friend visited me, the girl who kissed my cheek. She was cheerful, warm, full of stories about her travels, and she hadn't seen me in years. When she arrived at my gate, she hugged me tightly, then playfully kissed my cheek like she always used to. It was innocent, harmless, familiar. But innocence vanished the moment I saw my neighbor in the background, frozen in disbelief. The joy on her face collapsed instantly, replaced by something that cut deeper than words: hurt. My stomach tightened, my thoughts tangled. I wanted to run after her, explain everything, tell her the truth I had swallowed for far too long. But she turned away before I could say anything, walking back toward her house with stiff, heavy steps. The girl who kissed me laughed softly, unaware of the storm she unknowingly ignited. And I stood there, heart pounding, knowing I couldn't let this misunderstanding be the final chapter of something that never had a chance to truly begin. Later that evening, after my visitor left and the sun dipped behind the trees, casting golden shadows across the lawn, I saw my neighbor outside, gently closing her gate. Her posture was tense, as if she was trying not to feel something she didn't want to admit. I took a deep breath and walked toward her, my pulse echoing in my ears. She tried to act casual when she saw me, but her eyes betrayed her. They weren't angry, they were scared of what she thought she saw, scared of losing something she wasn't sure she even had. I stood in front of her, close enough to feel the warmth of the summer evening between us. I told her softly that what she witnessed wasn't what she thought. I explained the kiss, the friendship, the history, but she looked away, pretending it didn't matter, pretending she wasn't hurt, pretending she didn't care. And maybe it was the quiet of that moment, or the way the fading light illuminated her face, or the weight of all the words I had never said. But something inside me shifted. I didn't want to pretend anymore. I didn't want her to walk away again. So I stepped just a little closer. Not too close, just enough for her to feel that I wasn't hiding behind explanations anymore. And I whispered the words that startled even me. If that kiss made you jealous, then maybe you feel the same thing I've been trying so hard to ignore. She inhaled sharply, her eyes lifted slowly, meeting mine with a mixture of confusion, hope, and fear. I could see her thoughts racing, unraveling, colliding. She swallowed, searching for a response that didn't come. And that's when I gently added with a nervous smile, "It's not what you think. But if you want to, if you really want an answer to what you're feeling, want to kiss me?" For a moment, everything fell silent again. The world held its breath. I could see her trying to decide whether to step forward or walk away forever. Her eyes glistened, not with tears, but with truth. Truth she had buried behind politeness and quiet smiles. And then she stepped closer, slower than a heartbeat, until I could feel her breath warm against my face. She didn't kiss me, not yet. Instead, she leaned her forehead gently against mine, her voice trembling as she whispered that she wasn't jealous because of a kiss. She was jealous because she thought she was losing the chance to tell me how she felt. She was jealous of the time she wasted hiding her feelings. Jealous of her own silence. In that moment, there wasn't a kiss. There didn't need to be. Something deeper happened. Something pure, honest, and real. We finally understood each other. Two hearts that had wandered quietly, cautiously, finally stood in the open. The kiss came later when the stars appeared, soft, hesitant, beautiful. And everything that followed felt like the beginning of something neither of us wanted to let go of. If this story touched your heart even a little, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your support truly means more than you know. Special request, comment below. I believe in second chances. Thank you for reading.